Hey, I've got a really short video for you today. So that means two things. This video is a great add-on to any of the other videos that are listed down below in the comments. It also is assuming that you are already warmed up. So if you're not warmed up, go ahead and pause the video and go do something to warm up. If you want to follow along to one of my videos to warm up, the one that's called 7-minute standing stretches, that is a great standing warm up, and it'll just get your blood flowing, heart pumping, and you'll be ready to join in on these exercises. What we're going to focus on today is core strength, but lateral core strength. So the muscles on the side of your waist and on the side of your back and the side of your hips. And so we're just going to do 3 or 4 things to focus on that. And like I said, it's a great add-on for the other exercises or other workouts you're already doing. So all you need is a mat. And when you're ready, we're going to work our way to lying down on either side. Back of the body is going to be at the back of the mat. Your feet are going to come forward to the front of the mat. So head through hips is at the back, feet are forward, and then you need to choose an arm position in which you're comfortable. So your head could be all the way down on your arm. You could be up on an elbow, or you could be even up on your forearm. You want to do what's comfortable for your neck and for your shoulders. But when you get there, you want to make sure you're challenging your core. So this would be me like slumping here, just kind of relaxing. And so we don't want to do that. We want to get a sense of lifting up the lower ribs, almost as if you're pulling your belly button in and up like someone was tightening a belt around your waist. Now, top hand could be down in front of your chest for balance, or it could come up behind your head for more challenge, your choice, but make sure you're really engaging in your core. And then we're just going to pick up that top leg up to hip height, and we're not going to worry about the foot. Foot is relaxed, and we're just going to swing that leg forward and pulse, and swing it back and pulse. So just like leg swings, thinking about these coming from the hip. So we're going for mobility in the hip, but we're also going for stability. And where that comes in is trying to keep an even height of the leg. Last one. And then we're going to land that foot on the bottom arch, rotate the thigh bone so the toes are up. So we have some external rotation, and we're just going to kick the leg up and bring it down. Belly is pulled in. So what that means is when the leg goes up, your hips are staying stacked, right? So if I didn't do that, that's what it would look like. My whole waist would want to collapse to the mat. We want to prevent that. Another way to think about it is to think about stretching the top foot really long. And that is going to lengthen your waist. Last one. Nicely done. Let's swing around and just do that on the other side. Same thing. Choose your arm position, making sure the head and neck are comfortable. Feet are going to come forward, and then you're going to pull your belly button in and up. See if you can get a little lift of the lower ribs. Top leg floats up to hip height, and then we just kick forward and pulse and back and pulse. Kick forward and back. So we're not thinking about the foot. Foot is just relaxed. We're thinking about these as like hip sways. Reaching that foot really long, pressing the bottom leg down into the mat, trying to stay controlled. 2 more. And then we'll land that heel on the bottom arch, rotate the thigh bone. So you have external rotation at the leg. Reach the top foot long, so waist is long. And then we kick up and lower down. We lift and lower. Moving as if through molasses in both directions, right? So it's muscular. You're not just flinging that leg up. 2 more. And 1. Nicely done. When the legs come down, let's go right back to the other side. And we're going to work on the side lift. So this is going to be on the forearm with the elbow directly under the forearm. The hand is coming forward. And we're going to press that arm down into the mat to get as much space between the shoulder and the ear as possible. So when we'll be slumping, we want a lot of space, really stable shoulder. And then you have choices. The bottom leg can bend deeply and the top foot can be outstretched. This would be step 1. On an exhale, you would lift up your hips. So the bottom knee is down, but the hip is up. And then you just try and hold for 3 breaths. And if that felt too easy, Step 2 is both legs are outstretched. The top foot is in front of the bottom foot and a gentle bend in the knee. And then you just want to pick those knees up an inch or two off the mat. That's going to help access the obliques when you go to lift. And then you take a big inhale. And on the exhale, legs straighten. And you lift up. Now when you're here holding, you can squeeze the legs together, pull the belly button in, and just look straight ahead. And then lower down. Let's go to the other side and I'll show you step 3 on the other side. So you can make a choice doing one of those two things. Either bottom knee is deeply bent and stays down, or the knees just have a slight bend in them, or when you're ready to build, you straighten out both legs so that the heels are stacked, the hips are stacked, and then the elbows right underneath the shoulder. So now you're like an arrow from your head down to your feet. So legs are already outstretched. We're going to think about reaching this hand up to the ceiling as we lift up. So you take a big inhale, and on that exhale, press the mat away and lift. And then you hold for 3 breaths. If you're still wanting to build, you can practice lifting the top leg. But you're trying to do that without the bottom hip dropping. And then when you're ready, you lower it down. Nicely done. One more thing here. We're going to come to sitting, and we're going to lower down onto our forearms. Fingertips are going to face the hips. Feet are wider than the hips. So feet are at like the outer edges of your mat. And then you're going to press the mat away with your forearms, like you're lifting your heart up to the ceiling. Gaze is pretty much straight ahead. We're not allowing the head to fall back. And now we're going to lift the heels up off the mat. So just tippy toes are down. Take a great big inhale. On that exhale, straighten both legs. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. You could also start with just one leg lift at a time, so you could be alternating. But start your exhale first. Pull the belly button in and then lift. 2 more. And 1. Nicely done. From here, let's bring the legs together and we'll go into the can-can. So we're going to be squeezing the legs together. Toes are lifted up off the mat, just an inch or two, pressing the mat away with your forearms. We're going to inhale to take the knees to the right, the left, the right. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, left, right, left. Exhale to straighten. Now as you go, remember with osteopenia and osteoporosis, you don't want to overdo this twisting side to side. So control is the name of the game. You might go, 70% of the way that you think you can go with the legs and just control the movement. 1 more set. Big inhale. Exhale, straighten. Nicely done. Feet are going to come down, and that's all I'm going to add on today for you. But do combine it with another workout, any of the ones listed below or any of the ones that you're doing on a regular day. Thanks for joining.